Welcome to Mercury's channel. I'm here at the car, right? In my car. And I have an important announcement to make because I am going to sorry, I have my coffee with me. It's a Starbucks. I just bought the reusable one because I've been wanting to get a reusable one. That way I don't start buying Starbucks. So okay, so what I'm going to let you guys know today is Wednesday. Today's a great day. I'm gonna start working soon, whatever. Anyways, so today I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do later on in the future. I've been on and off media. I just don't want to use too much social media right now because I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to do things that I supposed to do. So I learned the hard way, you know. So today we're gonna talk about what I'm gonna do next year. So next year is gonna be 2024, and in 2024, I am going to do a podcast, and it's gonna be about like a crime. It's gonna be like about like um you know thoughts about religion, belief. It's gonna be mostly about how people psychologically people react, some sort of stuff, right? So basically, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about my introduction to what I'm gonna say about my podcast. So my podcast is gonna be named Kvegh, which is Kvegh. K is my first name, so it's Karen, right? So my first name letter is Karen. The vague part means the vague part means that is village. So pretty much like a small village. You live like in a small community, because town and village are completely different, because town is like business areas, residential areas. So usually town is like more business areas, and village is like residentials, but usually they don't really have residential and businesses. So usually it's most likely like lakes and little like hidden, like hiding areas that are look hidden because they're like old houses. So pretty much like it's like that. But usually I do want to put some other name because I think I cannot relate to that, even though I wanted to live in a village, in a small town village, I mean in a village, sorry. I do want to put that as my name of my makeup online, since I'm gonna make also a makeup online, right? A makeup brand. Sorry, a makeup brand. So anyways, the podcast that's gonna be about, oh, you already said what's gonna be about. But yeah, my name of the podcast is gonna be Kvegh, right? AK Mercury, which is my artist name, and then Karen, well, Karen Galvin, which is my actual name. That's my actual name. So also, the most part that I'm gonna talk about my podcast is belief, like Christianity, Catholicism. I don't know if I said it right. Buddhism, and some sort of other different religions. And for psychological, will be like depression, anxiety, PTSD, you know, bipolar, all sorts sort of psychological, um, that happen in any different kind of like crime scene, or different kind of like sets parts that at I don't know, something that triggers people, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about. um it's very important for me to talk about these topics because I've been psychologically bullying in middle school, in some sort of way. I think I was, but it was just one time because it was just, we were very very childish. We don't know what we're doing. I used to make fun of like people that had Down syndrome and people that couldn't speak, and also I had make fun of Asian people too. So everything we learn from a reason, everything we experience for a reason. Me personally, like, I learned the hard way. Ever since college, I learned the hard way. But yeah, so my podcast is mainly gonna be about how we put in ourselves shoes. Also how we like how why, or the where, or the when, or the who happened, or what happened, you know. So all that stuff that it's gonna mainly gonna be talking about here in this YouTube channel. And it's mostly I'm trying to like buy a microphone. I think it's called Merv. They say it's a really good brand, but it's like 100. It's like from a $200 to $300 a range. Because I was gonna buy other microphones, and those other microphones were like $89 or $79. Now I'm like, should I just like buy $79? Because I used to like try to manage my budget, right? Because which is really important, manage your budget, because you just don't want to like buy it randomly and don't know how much do you have, right? So it's better. I like to calculate in my phone sometimes. I calculate my phone and see how much I have, and if I could spend that much money that I have, that I select to purchase, I could buy it. So there's times that I want to purchase something and I see the number of like the price, and trying to buy something else and see another number of the price, and trying to, add in total. And sometimes I look at my bank account and it's kind of like, okay, so this is actually what I'm gonna buy. Like, am I really gonna spend the money? So I'd rather just save it. So I always think about it like, okay, I'm just gonna save up and then buy that product. So that's like my goal, right? So pretty much it's my goal, and I think my goal is to manage your money. Sometimes I like to, um, you know, what comes in store, like like let's say when I was trying to write in a song, I always like look at poems. I always look at different kind of um, like little phrases or little like words, and then just put it all together and trying to create this like song. It was like so much fun because it comes out of like your expression, when you write a song. It's like you're expressing yourself and you're telling the world how you feel. So that's like very good, And sometimes when you're like acting too, like you're expressing yourself, but you're not really like that character. So that's the difference between writing a song, is like you're being yourself. But when you're acting, you're not being yourself. You're being someone else that you're not. So basically, that's what actors do. They are not being themselves, basically, on the set. But anyways, that's that's what I'm trying to say. That I'm trying to figure it out, what to create on my podcast, or what to say on my podcast. So like, I am gonna say those 3 topics or 4 topics, right, in individual on my podcast, because I personally, I am an open-minded person. I like to talk about anything. Okay, I like to talk about anything that could relate. Most likely, I seen a lot of crime. I see a lot of um, attorneys in that different kind of like, KTLA, from New York, one from Chicago, and they end up um, putting them into penalty death, which is horrible. um, or they just end up without parole, or sometimes with parole, which is they're gonna stay until like they're 54 years old or etc. Right? So me seeing on that usually scene makes me wanna talk about it, which is pretty cool. Sometimes I do have a belief or anti-belief, so that's another one. That's the reason why I want to talk about more, because I'm more interested on those topics, because I seen it a lot of like, when you believe, like people say. Yesterday I was seeing a in TikTok, right? This guy always streams and has like minors and or mostly are minors, but majority are minors, and some people were like in their 20s or 30s, and they actually were he was selecting people that were older because they're actually have seen it or have more experience, or probably they are more understanding for debates. It was like a debate. I was not in it. I didn't want to debate him. I just want to hear what he was saying, because I'm not a confrontation person. I'm not willing to argue, which is that's who I am. Which I should, well, I shouldn't argue anyways, but I should just keep it to myself and see you. And I don't. That's like people saying your opinion a lot, right? So basically, he was saying that what gay, why is gay wrong, and many people who were actually like mostly like Christianity, like they say to them that gay is wrong because two people that can have the same sex, they can have of offspring, producing offspring, right? So basically they come up, or some others will say like, oh, it's my belief, I just believe that what the Bible says, right? And others were like, oh, I just defend because it's my belief, and I think it's wrong because it's a sin, right? Others were saying it's a sin. So he was just choosing people that were debating, and he was saying that gays are acceptable. They have a choice, a freedom of choice, right? So he was saying that they have freedom of choice of how they feel, right? Like how they think and feel, because we are humans. And humans, we tend to have feelings of something that, let's say, we fall in love easily, right? But people, that's how you treat. Like you treat people with behavior, right? It's like almost like, oh, my husband beats me up, right? And I live in an RV, and he beats me up, and you're like, so I might seek other men that don't beat me up, right? But it depends. Not only, I'm not saying only people with the same sex don't do that. I'm saying it goes with everybody. Even if you're gay or not, they could either have that, physically could beat you up, or they could cheat, right? It's the same thing. You just have to choose the right people who could value you, and just choose the right people that could, value your belief, or value your, whatever you, they respect you, right? They respect you and they care about you, right? That's very important, right? Sometimes that really means a person a lot, and that, makes the person feel like, okay, well, this person is the one, right? So anyways, so bottom line here, the whole point that I'm talking about, what I'm trying to say is that that's a podcast. That's the kind of topics I'm going to talk about in my podcast. So my podcast is coming soon next year. in a few months and next year, I am gonna buy a microphone, and I'm gonna go to like a nice studio. It's not even a studio, like I probably go to a library or something. That way I don't have to like pay money. And then sometimes like I see people like want to join into my podcast, they could. I just need to like, make a setup and face-to-face Zoom, and I'm just gonna tell them, I just want to know, this is what we're gonna talk about, or are you just gonna announce people that or do a Q&A sometimes, or invite, or just get gathering, and then we talk about some certain topic that we're gonna talk about, so things like that. I just wanted to say, I hope you guys have a happy holidays, and I hope you guys have a great holiday with your family and with your loved ones. Your loved ones and your family are very important, which is they're from your blood. If you feel like there's problems in your family, I've been there. I have problems with my family. I rather forgive them and not talk to them, because that's just like my dream, I rather like either forgive them, right, and not talk to them, because I talk to people that value me. I don't really talk to people. I mean, that goes with everybody. Everybody does that, to be honest. Everybody does that. Everybody goes with people that they, value you, they respect you, and they respect your opinion, right? So it's plain and simple. They respect your opinion, and I'm okay with that. So hopefully, you guys have a nice day. I am happy to see you guys again, even though you guys don't really follow me again. But I'm very happy to upload this video. Okay, I'm very happy to make this video, letting you guys, the world know, or really just to let you know. Whoever wants to watch it, it's fine. Whoever doesn't want to watch it, I don't care. I'm not seeking validation. I'm just saying what I feel. What's my opinion about what I'm saying. So my podcast is coming up. My podcast is gonna call Kvegh podcast, aka Mercury, or I could just say Mercury. But I'm trying to find a name for my podcast. So yeah, so my podcast is coming soon, next year, and I hope you guys to see you guys soon. Bye. Peace out.